What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the left side of the map, in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is More. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Eric. This is the rematch. Eric actually managed to take a win off of More, and in the pre-game chat banter, More threw the gauntlet down and he said, I wasn't even trying that game. I wasn't even trying to win. That's what he said. You take that as it is. You take that, extrapolate the meaning behind that, the nuance behind what that means, and you begin to understand the sort of characters that are actually in this game. There's some very funny characters in this game. So, we'll see how things are going to go here. We've got, on the left side, we got the Oranos and the Zeus. This is a very, very different map now with Eric and More. This Tundra map here, double hunt spawn in the main base. Lots and lots of possibilities here for different things to happen. And we'll see what Eric is going to be going for here in this game as More decides to sacrifice one of his oracles. There is a strategy which I haven't actually seen many Atlantean players do, and it effectively revolves around, instead of building this house, which we have actually seen More build, you can actually sack the oracles, and I think you can get yourself a 355 advance time. This is something that I did theorycraft a little while ago. Whether it's good or not remains to be seen, because oftentimes you want to be valoring those oracles when you go for a 355. But maybe it's something for players to start thinking about when they're playing as Atlantean. It could be an idea as something very, very crazy, is just deleting your oracles, running them into your opponent's base to scout all the resources in the main base, leaving the town center, kill them off, and not getting that house up, saving yourself 125 or 150, I can't do math, 105 resources, allowing you to get your temple up faster, getting more food gathered, and you 100% get that 355 advance time with hunting dogs. Could be very, very strong. But we do see Eric getting a very fast advance time. It looks like he went for a 416 advance. I could be wrong. Maybe he went for a 402, but 416 is becoming more and more the standard here with Zeus, you'd have to say. I do think that there's also 402 advances, especially with a forest like this. You could get a 348 very consistently as well. But on a map like Tundra, I'm not sure I'd recommend going too fast here, especially unless you see a very forward gold mine here for the Atlantean player, because it's just going to be a little bit too hard to get that early game damage done. All the food is in your opponent's base, and you can't really get that damage done too easily early game. We'll see how things are going to go. All right, down the bottom of the map, we do have the Kopesh of Horus, plus 100% hero damage versus Mithra. This is going to be a really, really big relic for More to pick up. We'll see if he finds it or not, if he spots it. This is going to be a huge counter to the Sylvan Law Centaur that are going to be coming through for Eric. And it's going to be, it'll be a huge advantage here as Moore's now getting his counter barracks, his military barracks up. He has forgotten to produce Citizen as he's hit the second age here, and he's losing out a lot on this resources here. There he goes, starting it off, but that is not good at all for him, as we do see the Centaur going to come through, get a couple of shots here onto the Citizen, retreating away back into the town center here. As this Citizen here is very low HP. He's got to be very careful with it as Eric is getting closer and closer to trying to take this one out. If Eric gets the special ability off from that Citizen here, it might actually go down, as we see the units about to pop out. Going to be able to use Valor and push this one away incredibly fast here, but still it's going to be a very difficult position to be in here for More, as this Centaur is getting so much damage done, as we see the Mermilla heroes coming out. This is such low HP. Eric is going to be wanting to kill that Citizen so badly here in this game. because he knows how low it is. So, but this could also be one of those things that's a bit of a trap. Oftentimes, we see Centaur coming in, trying to pick off these low HP citizen, and the Oranos player just says, "I know what's coming in, and I can stop that. I can make that. I can pick off free Centaur by trying to do that." But we'll see how this is all going to go as Moore has now got himself his heroes out. He's moving across the map here. We do see the Centaur coming through here. These Murmilla heroes not paying attention. Eric does spot that, retreats away. And the Centaur are actually going to get a couple more shots in. Retreating away now as Promethean Offspring moving into the main base here. We do see the military barracks, or academy I should say, is up for Eric. He's got a lot of hoplites in that one. He's not making any Hippocon here in this game. No Hippocon in this game at all here. As what was that? A bolt? A bolt onto the hero Murmilla is very standard here in this matchup. As the villagers finish up on the Aurochs here, he's still got a little bit of Hunt on the back, and then obviously he's going to be looking to try and grab Hunt on the outsides of the map here as the Jason and the Hoplites going to be moving across. This is where things get very, very troublesome for both players. A lot of micro, a lot of multitasking is very, very much necessary here to hold on, as this citizen getting very low on the HP as well. As the Centaur have to retreat back. Still haven't seen Eric able to get a citizen kill here yet, as the units are spotting all these hoplites coming out. And Eric deciding to not go for the Hippocon here in this matchup is going to be really, really interesting. Why build Hippocon in this matchup? Well, the answer is to kill off Terma, and specifically Hero Terma, because the hoplites just aren't that good at doing it, as we do see some Hero Terma now coming out, and we'll see if this is going to bite Eric in the bum here in this game or not, by not going for any Hippocon. As he's trying to put pressure on. There's so many units here for Moore. He's at 90 population to 68 population, so a significant advantage here. The Hero Terma are going to be moving forward to try and take out those Centaur on the back. Eric going to immediately start microing this as the shockwave comes in. One Centaur going down, two Centaur going down, not quite going down. Nice play from Eric. Trades one shockwave for one Centaur. That's basically guaranteed to happen every single time. You can trade ceasefire for a really, really big shockwave if there's lots of heroes there. But nice play in from Eric to not lose too many there. I think potentially like a spread formation type thing with Centaur might start being standard if players can kind of utilize it better and play around the timings of Shockwave a little bit better, as we do see the villagers now moving over onto this Hunt over here, and Eric here, he will basically have to click ceasefire at this point. He's going to be retreating back. He's going to be losing a handful of villagers here. Maybe he won't actually. That was a beautiful reaction. Almost losing one. Does not lose. It does lose it there, and Moore going to be retreating out, trading one Murmilla for one villager. Definitely something that he wants to be doing. We actually see Moore gets the Pegasus yet again, finding the relic on this in this game. Did he get the other relic? No, he didn't. That went over to. No, it's still just sitting here. Crapash of Horus just hanging out as the Centaur come back in. And yet again, this is something you will be seeing very, very commonly from the top Oranos players, top Atlantean players. Centaur just cannot get citizen kills. You have to distract your opponent somewhere else and then find the raid to be able to actually get a citizen kill. And even then, players like Ulysses, they're not going to drop citizen very often. It's a low percentage play, to be quite frank. But we will be seeing Eric continuing to try and make it work, as the Centaur moving around, trying to find some citizen. We do see the citizen moving across the map, trying to pick off the Aurochs up on the top side here. Hero Murmilla coming through for more. As Hyperion is also on the way. And this is a much, much better timing than last game, because it's a much better timing than last game because he didn't sacrifice so much citizen building time early in the game, as we do see that ceasefire was forced here, and Moore's Moore's got a much better position in this game than he did last game. We'll see how things are going to go. Dropping 3 military barracks here. I love the fact that we're seeing 1 town center play here from Moore rather than going for the second town center. Obviously, Eric hasn't gone for a second town center either. So we might see a really, really weird position here where both players are going to be trying to rush the Mythic Age here. Sometimes we see Eric go for... I've seen quite a few Eric games, but sometimes you see Eric go for a fast second town center in these situations. And to be honest, I feel like this is a guaranteed loss. If you go for it around about this time in the game, it's a guaranteed loss, as opposed to just trying to catch up to your opponent, go to the Mythic Age yourself off of 1 town center, and potentially Hera or Hephaestus to try and survive against any sort of Tartarian Gate timings. As more going to be pushing forward on the map as the Centaur do get spotted. One thing that Moore will be wanting here is to kind of trade those Terma away. He doesn't really need them anymore, realizing there's no Toxotes getting... Well, there are Toxotes getting built, but they're not the best unit to be having anymore, as the Centaur are going to be searching around onto this position. There is this one non-upgraded citizen here, and Moore doesn't notice that. It's a fairly rare mistake there from Moore. Loses that citizen, and the Centaur going to be moving around the map trying to figure something else out. As now, Moore pushing forward here. Cast the Chaos down. There's no Centaur in this army. He doesn't get a Centaur kill with the Chaos. Not really what he wants. He's going to be able to pick off 2 Centaur there. He gets 2 Centaur just from the distraction on this army over here. Beautiful play. More Centaur searching around here. We see another citizen kill there as the multitasking from Eric is starting to come through very, very strong here. Do we see any upgrades? We do have the Copper Shields has come through. More retreating back away. Still not able to get to the next stage. Lot of wood in the bank here. Because it's only a 1 town center, we see the Valor on the Contarius here is huge. Because this is only 1 town center Oranos, every citizen kill is so much more important than normal. So we do see a huge shockwave coming through here. Hero, Mermilla able to pick off one of those Centaurs. The rest of these units sitting in the middle of this fight here. More units coming through for Moore to start fighting this one away. Eric's population sitting steady at 105. Moore sitting at steady at 106 population, as more of these Contarius are coming through to try and take out the Toxotes in the back. The hoplites are starting to dwindle in numbers. 91 population for Eric. Moore pushing further and further ahead. Moore's got himself heavy Mermillo, heavy archers, and he's in a really, really strong position here to be looking for some sort of a gold staff. Only 700 gold left in the bank here for Eric. Bronze shields also coming through for Moore as well. As he's trying to push through, we see 1 citizen falling here as the Contari is able to start pushing in onto the Toxotes in the back. And there is just nothing left here for Eric. Eric's sitting at 49 villages. Moore sitting at only 10 villages. Is Moore building any villages at this point? No, he is going full send, full all in over here. He stops the town center from going up. And Eric taps out here. Moore drops the question mark, like, what happened? I'm not sure even he does understand. Moore dropping down to 10 citizen. I think he kind of realized with all of the citizen kills that Eric managed to get here that he kind of had to all in some ways, and he made it work to some degree here. Eric took that fight where he really probably shouldn't have taken that fight. You've got to kind of... This is tough. The hardest part about playing against a player like Moore is realizing when Moore cuts villages. And the way to work that out is by having a really, really fast math to count how many military units are out at a given point in the game. If we go back to that fight and we check out the military count here, you can see it actually doesn't even look that high. 31 units here, whereas Eric was at 33. But the civilian units here, I guess at that point it was 14 at 11 minutes. 11 minutes? Yeah. I don't actually know, but basically the fact that all of those citizens dropped at that point, around about here, where did they drop? Here, from 11 minutes and 30 seconds He went from 14 citizen down to 10 citizen. If we take a look at the resource total here at about that time, there is such a huge gap in the resources that Eric needs to catch up on to be kind of even in terms of tech, that you just can't fight because Moore's still got those resources in military that he's spent. So in order to like deal with that, you need to wait for your economic advantage to catch up and then spend the resources on tech to catch back up where that's concerned. And then you find the advantage after that. Now, potentially grabbing this town center here, that's an extra 700 resources that Eric's behind, was enough here for Moore to make this all in kind of work after losing all of those citizens. So just after all the good play that Eric did, that last mistake here of taking this fight, potentially just retreating back to his main base, getting watchtowers and just sitting it out a little bit, potentially even throwing some watchtowers down on this gold mine over here to just defend it, would have been another play here that could have kept him alive in this game instead of taking that fight and just trying to get caught up on the technologies, getting himself to the heavy upgrades or getting himself some armor upgrades. Could have been another way forward here. Unfortunately for Eric, fortunately for Moore, gets the dub. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.